Good evening. Welcome to the daily bulletin of farmers' protests. Today is 24th February 2021. I was scheduled to be in a broadcast on 20th February 2021. That's 4 days ago. Unfortunately, that day there was internet failure in the office and I couldn't do the broadcast. Thereafter, one thing or the other has come in the way, and I have been irregular in my broadcast. I'm not proud of that irregularity, but when you are multitasking, sometimes it becomes difficult, if not impossible, to manage all the tasks that are on your table. In the meanwhile, there has been substantial progress in the farmers' protest. A series of programs have been announced. On 23rd, we had Pagri Samal Jatha, which was celebrated at several places in the country. Today, 24th, there is a program, All India program. 26th, there is a Kisan Youth program. 27th is the anniversary of Shahid Chandrasekhar Azad, and on that day, there will be All India programs. So arranging all of this, coordinating, talking to several organizations, getting all this off the ground kept me busy. I'm going to share with you today the topic that I was supposed to discuss on 20th February. That is, what is this farmers' movement? What is the nature and character of the farmers' movement? Now, I am a farmer activist. I have a point of view about farmers' movements and farmers. Others may have a different point of view. But after I explain my point of view, I'll try to place evidence, photographic, videographic, in the bulletin to show that what I'm saying has basis. In my view, farmers, farm workers, and the farmers' movement and protest in general are soft, sensitive, and sensible. Why soft? Because in the recent spate of farmers' movement, no farmer leader at any point has advocated violence or forceful action to get the rights. Farmers have steadfastly, uniformly been engaged in civil disobedience movements. If the police have stopped the farmers, they have protested by sitting where they were stopped. If the police have been high-handed, the farmers have retreated only to gather together in numbers. In a way, the farmers' protest and movement has been one of show of numbers, and not numbers to overwhelm, but numbers to simply indicate, look here, Mr. Police Commissioner, look here, Mr. Prime Minister, we are so many. And if all of us are saying something, common sense dictates that you should listen to us. So this has been the soft nature of the protest of farmers. Sensitive. Why do I pick the word sensitive? Because the movement and the protests are concerned that this protest is affecting other people, those who are not farmers. And as we saw in the Rail Roko program, farmers' movements went from train to train that was stopped during the Rail Roko, offered tea and snacks, apologized, and requested the people for patience and support. And we got it. We issued a pamphlet seeking forgiveness, apologizing to the people at large. We understand that inconveniences are being made to you and your lifestyle, but we are really with our back to the wall. So we request you to kindly bear with this inconvenience as a token of your support for the food warriors of this country. We have dealt with the rest of the country with utmost sensitivity. And then I use the word sensible. Why sensible? Because right from the beginning, farmers' protests, farmers' movements, and farmers' leaders have been saying that this can only successfully end by dialogue, by engagement. Now, what are the terms of that engagement is in dispute and debate today. The government says we are ready to engage on anything except repeal of the laws. Farmers say if you don't repeal the laws, we can't move forward with anything. So, this is what is blocking it. But to say that the farmers are not being sensible is to see only a little bit of the picture. We have studied the laws. In fact, much before the present laws, farmers' movements have created laws, taken it to parliament, shared it with political parties, and told them that this is what we need. For survival of farmers, for survival of farming, for food security of India, these are the laws that are required. When the Agri Minister says, can you tell us what is wrong with these laws, what is black with the laws? I turn back and ask him, sir, those laws that we placed in Parliament, in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, for permanent removal of indebtedness of farmers and for remunerative guaranteed price, those laws were before you right from 2018. Can you tell us what's wrong with those laws? If the laws that the farmers have made are not wrong, then why, sir, have you brought in new laws which do not provide any guarantee to the farmers? So we have been soft, we have been sensitive, and we have been sensible. But that's not all. Primarily, the nature and the character of the farmers' movement has been one of utmost peace and great perseverance. Farmers know that this movement will not end just because the farmers are saying the right thing. They know that the government, which is opposing what is right, is doing so for obvious reasons, for vested interest. And we understand that it is not easy for Mr. Modi to give up that vested interest. Perhaps his political career depends on that. Perhaps the funds and finances of his party depend on that. So we know that if we remain peaceful, if we keep talking to the government, then one day the government will understand that if so many people are against this noxious action of the government, then perhaps the government should withdraw it. Because the government is led by politicians, and politicians have to seek votes and mandate of people before they can run the country. So if the voters are so against the laws, the government may withdraw the laws. So we are dealing with the government peacefully. It is the government that has been violent. It is the government that has been vicious. It is the government that has been vindictive. Right from the time we started the march towards Delhi, what the Haryana police did to the farmers was there for the whole nation to see. It was splashed across the front pages of newspapers. It was running 24/7 on television. The barbarism of the police, and I'm sorry I have to use the word police, it is actually the government that directs and commands the police. The barbarism of the political party that runs the government, the BJP, was there for everyone to see. We haven't forgotten those days. We haven't forgotten those moments. So, despite this barbarism, farmers have been peaceful, determined, and have persevered. This is the nature and character of the farmers' movement. I will take 2 minutes for the events that are happening right now. And yes, I'm talking about Disha Ravi. That girl of 22, that young lady of 22, had taken some action in support of the farmers' movement. The government snatched her away from her home in Bangalore, brought her to Delhi, put her in police custody, in jails for 10 days, just to get back at the farmers' movement, just to tell everyone that if you support the farmers' movement, what happened to Disha will happen to you. So this is the attitude, this is the behavior pattern, this is the vindictiveness of the government. And when Disha was granted bail yesterday, what did the court say? The court said that why have you arrested this girl? She has done nothing. It is her right to protest. Making a toolkit and sharing it on social media is not a crime. Even seeking international support for the cause of farmers is not a crime. Dissenting against the government's behavior and activities is not a crime. The court was dismayed, amazed that the government had arrested this girl. The court was shocked at the behavior of the police. And then it is the same Delhi police that victimizes victims. We have seen from the program of Northeast Delhi up to Disha, if you exercise your democratic rights, the jackboot of the police will be on your throat. This can't go on. AIKSCC, All India Kisan Sangharsh Coordination Committee, has issued a press release today demanding immediate removal of Delhi's police commissioner SN Srivastav. We have also demanded exemplary punishment for this police officer. He has acted as a tool in the hands of BJP. He has not protected the citizens, which is his job, which is his constitutional duty. He has instead illegally detained and jailed citizens. So we demand SN Srivastav must be removed from his post and must be given exemplary punishment so that no police officer in India dares to commit illegalities, dares to act against the constitutional mandate, dares to go against the oath they have taken to protect the people of this country. On the saying of a political party, the government may be run by a political party, but the police have to act according to law and the oath they have taken. Let me now share with you some images of farmers' movements, which the image itself should tell you how peaceful, how sensitive, and how soft and sensible the farmers' movement has been. Can we have the first one, please? We are farmers, not terrorists. We are farmers who feed the world. That is the message farmers are giving to India. Next. This was on a day of nationwide strike. This is a langar, a public meal. This is the peace with which we have handled. And this is a sit-in protest. There is no violence, and there is a sharing of food, which is the holiest activity of human beings. Next. This is what the government is doing to the farmers. Using concrete and putting nails on the road. Now let's see what the farmers are doing to the government. They are planting. They've put soil and they are planting. This is farmers. Soft, sensitive, nurturing, and caring. On the nails and thorns that the government has put, the farmers are growing food. Next, please. Farmers. These are water cannons on farmers' protests. Look at that man lying peacefully. That picture tells you everything. The government can throw whatever it wants against the farmers, but they will react only in peace. Next, please. This is a picture from a time when the BJP had organized local goons to attack farmers at one of the Delhi borders. The farmers plead with folded hands, ask for peace, and send a message that they are not enemies of anyone. Next, please. This is again a picture from a large protest sit-in. Complete peace. This is a classic image of civil disobedience. Next, please.
दिल्ली में आए हैं भाई अपना शांति से अपनी बात रखने के लिए आए हैं, कोई झगड़ा करने के लिए नहीं है। झगड़ा कर रही है पहले तो हरियाणा की पुलिस, अभी दिल्ली की पुलिस। हम लोग झगड़ा नहीं कर रहे।
मैं आपसे एक बात पूछना चाहता हूँ सरदार जी,
बताइए।
पुलिस क्या पब्लिक से झगड़ा करने के लिए होती है?
हमें लग रहा है।
नहीं, आपको लग रहा है तो आपके लगने से थोड़ा ना सच हो जाएगा।
नहीं, अभी क्या ये क्या है? झगड़ा नहीं है।
नहीं, ये झगड़ा क्या नहीं है, आपको नहीं पता इस समय क्या चल रहा है?
क्या चल रहा है?
कोविड चल रहा है।
कोविड हमारा गले में फांसी का फंदा डाल दिया गवर्नमेंट ने, ये हुकूमत ने हमारे गले में फांसी का फंदा डाल दिया।
The farmer leader there is trying to convince the policeman not to stop the protest, not to act against the farmers. But the police, under directions from the government, being puppets of the government, are trying to stop the protest. Yet the farmers have always reacted peacefully. Next, please.
हाँ जी, जद से पुलिस ने साढ़े पर पानी की भी बुछार करी तो लाठी चार्ज भी होया, काफ़ी जाने घायल होए। जालम सरकारां दा जुल्म जापते असीं सिंघ वाला काम करिया, होर की होया, आम गल है।
ते तुहानूं चोट लगी है जी?
बाजी ये मैंने सरकार ने इनाम दिता है मेरी ईमानदारी का, मेरे जे सच दे विच आवाज़ उठाउण दा। जद भी ये जुल्म करनगे असीं भी अपनी शहीदी देण लई अपने उस लई तैयार है। महाराज की कृपा साडे उपर हैगी है, जो मर्जी करी जाण ये। पर मैं बेनती यही करूँगा जी, बस करो, सबर दा बन नहीं टूटना चाहिए।
What beautiful words. A young person, a young farmer. Sabar. patience. We advocate patience in engagement. We do not advocate violence. The Delhi police has filed, some say 33, some say 40 FIRs against farmer leaders for being patient, for being peaceful. I am one of the accused. The Delhi police say that I have conspired to cause chaos on Republic Day at Delhi. But it doesn't matter what the Delhi police say. I know within me what reigns. I know that peace is my strongest ally. And the Delhi police filing FIRs against farmers, arresting them, putting them in jail, putting me in jail, will make no difference in our attitude towards peace. It is peace that shall reign. It is peace that shall win. Next, please.
आप कुछ ऐसा बोल दें, आपके मुंह से गलती है, साफ दिल होने की वजह से। ये नहीं कि आपकी नीयत में कुछ मारा है, गलत है।
मरने के लिए आए, अपनी जमीन बचाने के लिए आए, असी कोई घूमने नहीं आए।
आपको बहकाया तो नहीं जा रहा है?
असी कोई मूर्ख आदमी है, बखाया जा, मेरी जमीन जाती है, मैनू कौन बोलूगा?
ये लोग बोलते हैं किसान को किसी ने बहकाया है। बहकाया तो मोदी को है, अडानी अंबानी ने, उसने बहकाया है, हमें किसी ने नहीं भड़काया।
अभी 4 दौर की बातचीत हो गई है सरकार से, अब ये नहीं माने तो आप क्या करेंगे?
नहीं जाएंगे यहाँ से,
नहीं जाएंगे।
इनको मना के छोड़ेंगे, मना के जाएंगे इनको। ये कानून वापस जितनी देर तक नहीं होगा, हम नहीं हिलेंगे यहाँ। इतिहास बदलता है, अपनी करवट लेता है, वो दिन आता है, वो दिन आ गया, बहुत ही दूर नहीं है। अब मोदी को बताएंगे इन्होंने सरदारों से पंगा लिया है। अब हमारे बच्चे भी बोल रहे हैं हम नहीं लड़ेंगे, गोली नहीं खाएंगे। ये ले जाए अपनी वो कच्छों वाली सेना।
अंग्रेज ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी लेकर आए थे, ये अडानी अंबानी लेकर आके बेचेंगे देश को बेचेंगे, गुलाम होगा देश।
अगर मुस्लिम अपने हकों के लिए खड़े हों तो वो आतंकवादी है, अगर सिख अपने हकों के लिए खड़े हों तो वो खालिस्तानी है, शहरी अपने हक के लिए खड़ा हो तो वो अर्बन नक्सल है। आज यहाँ पे अर्बन नक्सल और खालिस्तानी और आतंकवादी मिल के लंगर चला रहे हैं ना यहाँ पे।
दिल्ली हमारी है, इनके बाप की है, मोदी के बाप की है दिल्ली हमारी है।
कोई लेना देना ही नहीं किसी ना, साडा अपने कित्ते नाल लेना देना, असीं रोटी खानी है, और अपनी अपनी होंद बचाउणी, अपनी पग बचाउणी है।
Next, please.
परमात्मा ने भी बौछार करी है, यहाँ पे इंद्र देवता भी हाजिर हुए हैं, लेकिन किसानों के हौसले बहुत बुलंद हैं। यहाँ पर आप देखिएगा, बच्चे भी, महिलाएं भी, आज सुबह सुबह यहाँ पर बच्चे पहुँच गए थे। तो बरसात हुई है, लेकिन मोदी सरकार से ये एक हम कहना चाहेंगे कि हमारे किसानों के हौसले बहुत बुलंद हैं। हम लोग जन्म से ही हम लोग जो है इस पानी में भीगते आते हैं। जब भी हम अपनी फसल उगाते हैं तो पानी में रात दिन का हमारा पानी से वास्ता है, इसलिए हमारे हौसले बहुत बुलंद हैं। और ये सरकार जो है अपनी नीति बदल ले, और जो किसान भाई हमारे यहाँ पर रोडों पे पड़े हुए हैं, जो इनको परेशानियों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, लेकिन परेशानियाँ हम झेल रहे हैं। हम लोग, हमारे हौसले बहुत मजबूत हैं, लेकिन जो सरकार का एक फर्ज होता है, जो सरकार अपना फर्ज भूल चुकी है, जो उद्योगपतियों के हाथों बिक चुकी है, किसानों का दर्द उनको महसूस नहीं हो रहा है, उस सरकार को हम लोग कहना चाह रहे हैं कि आप अपने इरादे बदलिए। जो आपकी तानाशाही है, आप उससे पीछे हटिए, और जो किसानों की मांगे हैं, जो काले कानून आपने किसान भाइयों के खिलाफ बनाए हुए हैं, आप उनको रद्द कीजिए।
सरकार को हम ये समझ ली कि बारिश होगी, ये लोग उठ के चले जाएंगे। हमने मेरठ में सन 88 में इसी मौसम में 28 दिन आंदोलन चला, जबकि वहाँ बारिश, आज तो ट्रैक्टर सब छपे हुए हैं, सब पर तिरपाल लगी हुई है। उस दिन किसी ट्रैक्टर पे और कोई जगह, यहाँ तो पुल के नीचे जगह भी है छावे की, लेकिन उस टाइम वहाँ कोई जगह छावे की नहीं थी, और लोग धरती को पड़े थे। बारिश हुई, ओले पड़े, और किसान अपनी जगह से नहीं हटा। और आज भी जितनी ये बारिश हुई है तो हमारा सौभाग्य है, जिसकी हमें जरूरत थी, क्योंकि किसान हमेशा बारिश से खुश होते। जो हमें यहाँ से पानी चलाने के लिए घर जाना था, वो भगवान ने हमारी यहीं बैठे सुन ली। अब हमें पानी चलाने के लिए नहीं जाना होगा। अब 1 महीने के लिए तो पानी भगवान ने बरसा दिया, और अगले महीने फिर भगवान से गुहार करेंगे कि एक पानी और बरसा दे। तो इसी तरीके से हमारी फसल भी आबाद हो जाएगी, और हम काले कानून जरूर वापस करवा के जाएंगे। तब तक कोई समझौता नहीं है, ना हम यहाँ से जाने वाले हैं,
ना हम यहाँ से जाने वाले हैं। We are here for the long haul, and we will stay here till the black laws are repealed by the Modi government. That is the message from the farmers, with utmost respect, peace, and determination. That's all for today. I hope the pictures and the videos have convinced you that we revere peace. We do not believe in violence. We believe that the strength of the mind is far stronger than the strength of the body. Thank you for joining me. I will be back with you with the next bulletin soon. Good evening.